A vote expected today in Congress on a balanced budget amendment. But would such an amendment help or hurt the economy right now? Congressman Rokita is a Republican from Indiana and serves on the House Budget Committee. He's behind this bill. Thanks for being here. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing now? A lot of people would say we need a balanced budget. There's no question. But given what's going on in the economy,
Right.
A balanced budget might actually mean that we could be, cutting off, what's the phrase? Cutting off our face to spite our...
Cutting off your nose to
Cutting
spite
off our
your
nose to spite it. Yeah, exactly. There, I can't get it out this morning. What do you say to that?
Absolutely, a balanced budget amendment will be a good thing now and in the future. Just anytime you live within your means, as any family knows, that's a good thing. But just think what the world markets would do. You just did a segment on gold earlier. Just think how the world would treat us differently, because if they knew how seriously we were taking our very real debt problem. $15 trillion now, $100 trillion in promises coming down the line. This is a good thing in the near term from an economic standpoint. But beyond that, guys, beyond our economy, what this is saying is that we will no longer make our kids and grandkids pay for the government that we want now. And so anytime it makes us pay for it, and
Right.
that's a good thing.
If you were to look at, for example, at the Simpson-Bowles plan, one of the things that's so interesting is so much of that plan is backloaded, meaning nobody's saying that tomorrow or next year you necessarily implement some of the really tough measures, that you have to wait for the economy to get better. And so the question then becomes, while balancing the budget sounds great today, and I'm not trying to dissuade you from the argument, I'm just trying to play devil's advocate, that
Please.
doing it tomorrow, given the economic climate that we're living in, could have a real impact on real Americans.
No. It would have a positive impact on real Americans. You got to understand this. It's an amendment to the Constitution, so it's not something that has to go to the president's desk for veto or signature or anything like that. It goes right to the states for ratification, and you need 3/4 of the states to ratify it. So this amendment, if it passes Congress today, goes to the people, and the people of this country finally get to decide if they want their government, as crappy as it is a lot of times, to live within its means or not. And so that's the point. It might take a couple, 3, 4, 5 years to even get this in place and have the people decide. So there's plenty of time.
Okay, so handicap it for me. Given what I've been reading and talking to some people in Washington, the chances of this getting passed, your view?
Yeah, we have an uphill battle today.
Don't you?
Uphill battle today, and that's because there's people who are still here today, who back in 1995 voted for nearly identical language, who are now, and I think very embarrassingly, pretending they don't know anything about that earlier vote. In 1995, this language came within one vote of going to the people, so the people can decide, and we want to have that happen again today. It's an uphill battle, but we'll get it done.
Let's out them on TV. Who are those people then?
Many of the Democrats, like Steny Hoyer, who's the Democratic whip, voted for this similar language in 1995. He's now shunning it. Many people like that. Now, there are Democrats who voted for it in 95 who still are going to vote for it, who if they weren't here in 95, will vote for it today, and I thank them. I commend them for their bipartisanship. And hopefully, people will see today that what they need to do for the good of this country and not just what they think is good for their party.
And if this doesn't happen, which it doesn't seem like it's likely, is there a way to bring this bill back? And do you think that you just have to wait until the economy gets better for it to have a better chance?
No. This is not about the economy. They're using that as some excuse. This may never come this close in our orbit again for a very long time, and here's why. First of all, Harry Reid in the Senate has to have a vote on this, and that was part of the budget deal back in July when we chose to raise the debt ceiling. So he can't table this. That's a good thing. They have to vote. The Senate will have to vote on the exact language that would pass out of the House today. So it forces a vote, and if that vote's successful, it can go right to the people. So sure, we can bring a constitutional amendment anytime, but we have some triggers in force this particular time that I think really makes it possible to get this done.
Congressman, we got to run, but quick views on next week, the super committee. Do you have any hope that we're going to get anywhere?
hey, look, the super committee, let's not wring our hands about it. They're a microcosm of the rest of us, so it's going to be very difficult for them to get something done. If they get something done, great. Let's take it as a windfall. If they don't, we still have that auto sequestration, which will be hurtful to some of us here. Oxes will get gored, but the cuts will happen, and that's a good thing for the American people.
Congressman, thanks for your perspective this morning. Appreciate it very much.
You bet.
Thanks.
All right, we are getting ready for kickoff. Stephen Ross, who's the CEO and founder of the related company.